GregMO Roberts from killerreviews.com here, and today we're going to be reviewing the movie Burning Bright. Burning Bright is a new horror thriller drama that has maybe one of the most forced and ridiculous setups of any movie I've seen in the last 5 years. We open the film being introduced to Johnny. That's Johnny. Johnny's played by Garrett Dillahunt, a character that you'll spend most of the film staring at his face wondering what other film you fucking remembered him from. Anyway, for reasons beyond practical explanation, Johnny spends the first few minutes of the film trying to buy a tiger from a character played by Meatloaf in the film. Seems as if Johnny wants to open some kind of game reserve in his backyard and charge admission, and he needs the tiger as the crowning jewel. It doesn't make much sense, does it? Anyway, the Meatloaf character tells him that this isn't your average tiger, that this tiger was actually kicked out of the circus because it was too ferocious and it attacked people, that to teach it a lesson even, they haven't fed the tiger in a couple of weeks just to show it who's boss. Pretty much turning it into this tiger. Anyway, Johnny brings the tiger back to the house, and that's when we are we meet up with the other two characters in the film. There is the lovely stepdaughter, played by Brianna Evigan, who is actually the daughter of Greg Evigan from BJ and the Bear. And then there's the young brother to which she takes care of. Actually, the brother in the film was autistic. There we go. The autistic brother that she's taking care of. Anyway, this is where the stuff really gets ridiculous. As bad luck would have it, there is a hurricane about to hit the coast. The fan's supposed to represent the hurricane. Anyway, so Johnny, well, he boards up all the windows and the doors of the house, you know, to protect from the flying glass. Yeah. Anyway, just as the storm's about to hit, Johnny releases the tiger into the house with the intentions that the tiger is going to eat the two kids through the course of the night, thus freeing them of the financial obligation of two inherited children. You see, the children are stuck in the house because of the boarded doors and windows, and even if they were to get out, well, there's a fucking hurricane out there. They're pretty much screwed. So let's recap before we go on. We've got the cute stepdaughter, the autistic son, who are trapped in the house with a ferocious and hungry tiger, all because of the asshole stepfather. Honestly, who thinks of this shit? The meat of the movie was to have the two young children outwit, outsmart, and outlast the tiger that kind of circles them from room to room, just like the shark in Jaws. I can't even imagine how this was sold at a production table. You know, it's as if every possible scenario was forced onto the table to make things believable. You know, why don't they just leave the house? Well, they can't because there's a hurricane. Well, why don't they just hide? Well, the boy is autistic and doesn't listen to instructions. Please, give me a fucking break. But here's the real kicker. The film, Burning Bright, it wasn't that fucking bad. Director Carlos Brooks is smart enough to keep the tiger a mystery for a good portion of the film. We really don't get a glimpse of the tiger until he tries to grab his, human dinner from a laundry chute. This character, well, she does some kind of smart things. You know, she grabs knives. She grabs meat from the fridge and laces them with pills that her mother killed herself with. Hell, she even grabs a gun. Well, even though she's not a very good shot. Well, for 40 minutes, the tiger is loose in the house. There was some really good moments, some tense moments, and some good film work there. Things do get a little stupid and predictable. You know, when Johnny comes home, and, oh, spoiler alert, well, and, he gets his just reward for what he tried to do. Anyway, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm recommending Burning Bright. Yeah, I do drink a lot. But, once I got through the stupidity of the situation, I thought there was some real good camera work and film work going on here, and Carlos Brooks might be a director to watch going forward. I'm not saying that this movie will end up on my best of lists at the end of the year, but I am saying that movies like these are usually terrible, and for all its plotistic flaws, Burning Bright really wasn't all that fucking bad. Tune in next week when we review Sympathy.